Hi, welcome to Sips and Tips Advice. In this video today, I want to talk about us allowing people the freedom to respond to whatever we share with them, giving them the freedom to respond in their own time or to accept things as they will. An example is, when you're being honest with someone and they're doing something, yes, it's bothering you, and you're trying to find a comfortable way to tell them. And really, there is no comfortable way to really have uncomfortable situations, because it's through pain that we begin to experience change, that we begin to change. Pain brings about change. And when we try to avoid causing pain to someone, we're not helping them change. And I'm not saying we need to be brutally honest. I'm saying we do need to practice saying our truth with love, making sure there's no anger behind it, no animosity, no hate, no jealousy, whatever. Just finding a way to deal with those feelings are in ourselves before having conversations with other people. But anyway, my point is, eventually we do have to share things with people, and that does hurt and it doesn't feel good. And when you decide to do this, understand that it also comes at the risk of people not responding well to what you have to say. That's just a part of life. People have that right to not respond properly and to not accept what you have to say, whether it's the truth or not. They have that right. And we need to give people that right. We can't get upset with them because they didn't respond to the way we want things, wanting them to respond to it. We need to give people that freedom, because it's almost like we're trying to control them. We're trying to have control over how they should feel and how they should act and when they should do this. And no, none of us have that right over anyone else. None of us have, regardless whether it is right or wrong. It could be something as simple as, a guy taking care of his child. Yes, it is something they're supposed to do. Do they do it? If they do it, great. If they don't, it is what it is. Hounding somebody down, trying to control them to do something that they need to learn how to do in their own time, or if ever, it's not your job to go hounding them down to do something that they need to learn and figure out for themselves. Step back. Allow people that space to figure it out. Step back. Give people that right to make that decision. In the meantime, you need to be concerned about other greater things, which is you focusing on how to take care of your child and yourself. That's your main focus. Figure out that solution. Pray for that solution to show up so you can know what to do. That's your concern. Your concern isn't trying to make that person become a father and do what's right. No, that is not your job. Let him figure that out. Life situations will pop up where he's going to have to figure that out eventually. And if he doesn't, trust me, when they get older and they start to see people die off and fall off, and there's no one left, and all they can think about is all the wrong choices they ever made in life, yeah, they'll start looking at it. But until then, that is not your business. Like I said, we have no control over how other people feel and why they do what they do and how they respond. Our job is to have control over our own selves and how we respond, and making sure to learn in between there that even if people don't respond the way you thought they would, or the way you thought they should, find some space in there to forgive yourself and how you respond to things. Being angry about things is not going to make it better. I mean, you were already bothered before, and then now that person, they're not responding properly, and then maybe that's your sign. If they're not responding, in a way that suits you, I mean, you got to know what works for you, or learn what works for you over time and through experience, which is, sometimes it's okay to step back. And stepping back doesn't mean I'm not going to be with you. You're not doing this, so I'm just going to drop you like hot bricks or whatever. It's not your job to be running behind them, shoving stuff in their face, because that's how people start fights. That's how people start these ugly situations that start and they end up very ugly. We shouldn't taunt people with our decisions. If you're going to make that decision, make it. But don't taunt people with your decision because you're angry and you're trying to get them to get riled up to respond to you. Don't taunt people. Give people the freedom. Give people the freedom to figure stuff out on their own. You want people to give you the freedom to figure stuff out, so why would you try to force somebody and trap them into your little box to suit your needs? Because you don't want you to get your feelings hurt. Welcome to the world. Through hurt feelings, we get wiser. Through painful situations, we get wiser. Hopefully, we get wiser. And you get wiser by examining the situation, examining what you did in it, examining what you accepted in it, examining what that other person did and how it didn't work for you. And maybe you could have responded sooner. You know what I mean? And to me, there is no waste of time, because everything is a learning lesson as long as you took that time to be like, you know what, let me figure out what's going on here. Matter of fact, if I can't figure it out, because most of the time I can't, let me pray to God and ask him to show me what I'm doing wrong, or how to do things better, or show me the solution to this issue, you know, and accept it when it comes and act upon it. We ask for things, and then when it shows up, we don't act upon it. Faith without works is dead. Can't build a house fantasizing about it. You actually got to go pay somebody to build it, or learn how to build it yourself. So let's learn when we ask for something, especially when we're asking from God, you know, learn how to have a proper follow through. Follow through on things. Okay? And then besides that, like I said, the greatest thing of all is us learning how to forgive ourselves. And forgive other people. Forgive people. People do foolish stuff all the time. If you're going to allow them to, you know, to affect you in that sense, all you're going to end up doing is damaging your health. Because that's who you're hurting. You're not hurting them because you're not going to forgive them. You're not ever going to talk to them ever again. I can't stand that person. Blah, blah. You're not hurting them. You hurt you. You are hurting you. Forgiveness just frees you. It frees you from having to carry that foolishness, because it's a choice. You have to choose to let that go. You have to choose, I'm not going to forgive you because I want to block my blessing. Or I'm going to forgive you because I want to block my blessings. Or, you know, I'm going to forgive you because it's the right thing to do, even though I'm never going to forget. Yeah, you're never going to forget. That's granted, because it's a part of your life experience. You don't need to remind people that. That's unnecessary. Once again, it goes back to that saying nasty stuff. That's being nice, nasty. I'll forgive, but I never forget. Well, if you tell someone that did something to you, oh, they're not going to forget that statement either. Because in the back of their mind, they're like, I need to be starting to plan my exit plan. I need to get with somebody else who has a more forgiving heart. You know, that's not love when you have to shove things in people's faces for them to remember it. It's not. If you're going to choose to forgive someone, forgive them, but don't keep shoving it in their face. And if that situation doesn't work for you, well, then do what you need to for you to exit out of it. But you don't need to be like, because you did this and everyone, you just messed up my whole life because you cheated on me and la la la. Maybe they weren't for you. Why are you trying to hold on to something that's not for you? If it's for you, maybe that lesson is there for you to learn how to forgive. Maybe that lesson is there for you to learn how to recognize the signs, you know, so you can stop being in relationships with people who keep cheating on you. I mean, what are you doing? What are you doing in these relationships that people keep cheating on you? Are you a pleasant person to be around? Are you nice, nasty? You know, who are you? Look at yourself. Look at yourself, examine who you are, and be willing to forgive yourself. If that was you 5 minutes ago, you know, you're willing to forgive yourself. And then if you forgive yourself, have proper follow through. Have proper follow through by doing something different that betters yourself. We can't keep asking for God to forgive us for this stuff, that stuff, and then we're still repeating it and hurting ourselves. What are you going to do to actually change? Do something small. What is it? It takes several raindrops to make an ocean. Several. And it's all small things. So you just need to do a lot of small things in great numbers, but a lot of small things and do them great. That's how change comes about. That's how loving ourselves come about. You know, we just got to take our time and do something different. I know like sometimes life can seem hard and we don't want to experience pain, but pain is there for our own good. Pain is our our signal to let us know, something's wrong. Hello, can I get your attention? And then if we don't listen to that, well, first off, it's the voice that, or that feeling you get that says, something's not right. And when you don't listen to that, then it goes, the next step is going to be pain. And if you don't listen to that, it's going to become even some more severe pain that you're not going to enjoy. And it's going to continue to happen because that's life trying to get your attention. It's life trying to get your attention. Why are you not paying attention? Why are you not stopping, slowing down enough to pay attention? That is your job. You can't put it off anyone else.